Hey, ow, 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 ow. Hi everybody, welcome to another Horror Quickies. JW here, and we are doing a Danielle Harris movie. We are going to be reviewing the Redwood Massacre Annihilation, which is a sequel to the film Redwood Massacre. I was looking forward to this one, and when I saw the trailers and then actually watched this film, there's something that I noticed, that I've seen other reviews in this film and no one's mentioned this, and I want to state ahead, I'm not trying to be a dick or anything when I mention this, but the original Redwood Massacre took place in Ireland. The characters were Irish, and they're out in the woods, and there's the crazy dude with probably one of the coolest damn masks I've ever seen, and it was a good film. Looking forward to a sequel. Now, when I heard Danielle Harris and Gary Casper, who you would have to be an old school genre fan to have seen this, because it's not really in circulation anymore. I think it's on YouTube. Don't quote me, but I think it's on YouTube. But many years ago, Gary Casper, when he was in his 20s, he did a pilot film, really good pilot film. It would later, the name of the pilot film was Joe and the Colonel, which is about Gary Casper plays an enhanced man. Damn good. I haven't seen it for years, but I really loved it, and I've always kind of followed him. He had little bit parts in Major Dad and stuff. I was glad to see him get like a main role. Anyways, I digress. But yeah, if you're on YouTube, look up Joe and the Colonel. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember liking that, wishing they could have turned that into a series. Throughout the years, both Lifetime and was it HBO would show it like during the day or something in off hours. And if you can find it on YouTube or somewhere, it's really hard to find. I don't think there was an official DVD release or anything like that. Check it out. It's very 80s, but mid to late 80s. I'm trying to remember what year it was, but I saw it when I was young and I liked it. Anyways, here we go. Redwood Massacre Annihilation. Getting to my point, this film pretty much it features English-speaking actors, some American actors in this film, and some Irish actors speaking with an American accent. And I found it interesting because at no point did they mention where this took place, but it took place. In fact, the opening sequence actually features this surviving character from the last film, and I found it very interesting because I didn't know if they were trying to change the setting or not, but they didn't specifically say. But I enjoyed the beginning of the film, the loose little tie-ins, the introducing of the characters, Danielle Harris's character, the guy who found the killer's mask and is trying to give them information so they can get closure, for their family members. This basically film involves family members who want questions answered about the original Redwood Massacre. Where are their loved ones alive? If they're dead, they want to close that chapter of their life. And Danielle Harris's character, I really enjoyed it. Let me go ahead and read you the tagline. A stranger obsessed with the unsolved Redwood Massacre convinces a group of bereaved family members to venture into the wilderness in hope of proving the existence of the infamous killer. It's a good film. Gary Casper is really good in it. They gave him a good role. Danielle Harris, she did very well in this film. Her character could have very easily been viewed as one-dimensional, but she puts little things here and there that I really enjoy about it. The movie does mention certain things that would indicate to me that they're not trying to say it's not Ireland. For instance, the acronym RAF, which stands for Royal Air Forces, and other things. So I'm not really sure what the reason was. I mean, there are some films they're not filmed in the US, that are filmed for, you know, to appeal to the US. I'm not saying that's the case here. I just found it very interesting from the first one. What I mean is, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick, but there was no backstory to like Danielle Harris and her father. They, you know, they were Americans and they moved here to Ireland. They moved to Ireland and stuff. Same with the obsessed fan who finds the mask and convinces him to come with him. You know, it's one of those things. There's really no explanation. Maybe there doesn't need to be an explanation. I mean, the guy who's obsessed with the story, maybe he did come from the States. Maybe it wasn't necessary to do that. But I just thought it was interesting that there wasn't any attempt to do that. And I'm not saying that doesn't affect my assessment of the film. Hopefully I didn't confuse a lot of people. Anyways, yes, I got this film for, I believe, $12.99. Yeah, about $12.99. And yes, it might have been $9.99. You know what? Let's go with $12.99. Anyways, I enjoyed this film. Yes, I do think the film is worth it. I will state that I really hated the ending, but the story was to the point where you kind of see that was where it was going. So it wasn't like a total 180 cop-out ending. It was, let's just say, the movie was good enough that I'm willing this time to overlook what I felt was an ending I disliked. But I recommend it. I got this one at my local Walmart. There are some special features. Okay, there's a news spot. The news spot is basically, I believe, an Irish news channel. Now, I'm saying this is filmed in Ireland. By perchance I'm mistaken, please get in the messages, correct me. You know, if I say something that is not accurate from your point of view, please let me know. Anyways, the news spot is a news story, and they interview Danielle Harris, they interview Gary Casper, and they talk a bit about the film. And it's not a behind the scenes per se, but it serves the one, and it's pretty decent. It's pretty short, but it's pretty decent. Then you have the original trailer. Now, like I said, personally, I don't remember. Personally, I will honestly say I don't feel like you need to watch the first one, because I think they did a good job, even if you didn't watch the first one. It might be in a sense that some of the changes were because of, like, if you ever watch Evil Dead 2 is not a direct sequel of the first one. Evil Dead 2 is actually a retelling of the first one in the beginning of the second one, and then going and continuing on. Sort of fixing things that they wanted to change. That might be part of why this one was had a different tone than the first one. Anyways, this is JW. Final verdict is yes, Redwood Massacre, Annihilation. I do think it's worth it, and I will see you guys on the next Horror Quickies. See y'all later.